It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Harrison Butker set to get us started. It's two AFC powerhouses, the Chiefs and Ravens, underway in Baltimore. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Now Dobbins again on second down. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They go play action with Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Here's Mahomes to throw. Buying time to his left. Catch is made by Hardman. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Mahomes now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. Now here's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Demarcus Robinson there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. On the return is Duvernay. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. On the option right is Jackson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Working his way in there that time, Melvin Ingram to make the stop. Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. Seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a 3rd and about 14. Now it's Jackson. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 26.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now Jackson on first down. Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. He'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. To try again after the sack. Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Chiefs are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. From the 27, Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And Mahomes picking up the first as he slides and hits the deck. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Being chased out left. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. going to throw. Flushed out right. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it now.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on fourth. Mahomes going to go on fourth down. He'll fire a desperation throw for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. 2nd and 4. Now it's Jackson. That'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
That's right, baby. Like 50.
Here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
No, we changed it.
Jackson from the shotgun. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This one from 35 yards away. Butker's kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Second and 5 now. Mahomes. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there for KC.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hill. Touchdown! Mahomes finding Tyreek Hill. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Butker on for the PAT. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
We're in Baltimore, third quarter action, 2nd and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the second round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who could run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football out of the backfield? To be able to get him in the second round, that's what I call a steal.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And some space here. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 44 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite line.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Throwing is Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's fourth down. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Jackson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins from 17 yards out. And the Ravens are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And it's 17-7. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
On first down, Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2 at the Ravens' 35-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Justin Madubuike in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Tavon Young. There he goes left side. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Tucker now for the extra point. this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. A gain of 3, second down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
Yellow.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They go play fake. Mahomes. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. To throw is Mahomes. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Check 52. He's checking.
They go back to the ground with Edwards-Helaire. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Now play play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Mahomes to throw. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, 37 yards. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. On the return is Duvernay. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession. And to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by L'Jarius Sneed, and the Chiefs are...
I'm ready for more. You fired up, I'm fired up. Don't run from rap. 1, 2, 3. Hey. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. Game time. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I just got 20, I'm running on empty. There's more where that came from, my money is silly. I feel it envy, not trying to be friendly. It is what it is, if you want me, come get me. Whenever you ready, no, I keep it steady. Yeah, I get the W, throw the confetti. Please do not tempt me, don't hold it against me. We about that action, don't ever forget it. Squad of gorillas, the army, the navy. When I call a play, I'ma score like I'm Brady. The title is mine, if you want it, come take it. Hey, I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I'm ready for more. Whole squad in the field, yeah, we tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. If you looking for me, you know where to find me. I leave you.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Bill Stadium in upstate New York. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. And we are underway in Buffalo. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 27, Allen. Forced out to his left. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Steps away to his left. And Mahomes picking up the first as he slides and hits the deck.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So the screen good for only 2. Now it's third down. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get it.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes finding Tyreek Hill. And the Chiefs have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Nick Bolton gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. This is taken at the 23. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road. And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents. And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it. Buying time to his left. Finding some room at midfield. And Mahomes picking up the first as he slides and hits the deck. Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. He rifles one that's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him. Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open. Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way. Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make the score 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Allen's throw here pulled in by Beasley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 38-yard line.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Forced out. Allen hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used a slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Well, you know, this offense has had their way for the most part here in this first half, but that time, maybe they got a little greedy.
Well, it is hard to blame them, isn't it? Because like they said back in the 1980s, greed can be good. Stick with what's been working. But that time, I think you got a little bit too much air under that one, and it turned into a turnover that was much needed by that defense.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
A very important third down conversion right there because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll look to run with Singletary. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary as the first half is winding down. And the Bills are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Gregory Rousseau able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. For the start of the third quarter, the Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
On second and very short, Mahomes. Under pressure, and down he goes. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
Flush. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will tie our game here in the third. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes, he'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And his passes.